What is up, guys? Meower here, back with another video, but this time we are changing it up a bit. Shadow here will be covering this video, and we both hope you enjoy what's to come, so stay tuned.
Hey guys, Shadowblade here, and today we're going to be bringing to you guys the biggest KVK update so far. So, in this server, if we check real quick, we have, let's go to Alliance Power, we have BTR, EDS, BNR, IL, ROG, IMD, IME, ROV, and BRH. There's also Max and these smaller alliances, but these are just warband alliances. So yeah, we have around 10 competitive alliances in this server. Just to jog your memory, we have BTR, BNR, and IL, plus the sub BRH versus EDS, ROG, IMD, IME, and ROV. Now that we've gone over the alliance power, let's quickly go over alliance merits, and through these alliance merits, we'll try to tell a story of what has happened so far. So over here, we can see EDS, number 1. Second place is BTR. Third, BNR. Fourth, ROG, IL, IME, IMD, ROV, and BRH. So essentially, EDS, majority of their merits really comes from merit trading. They haven't really had any big statue fights. Majority of the statue fights actually took place between BTR versus IME, IMD, and BNR versus ROG, ROV. And meanwhile, EDS and IL are just in the far off regions. So over here, if we go to the statue, we had BTR versus IMD, IMD. EDS, every time they get a free statue over here, they just send their flyers and become gargoyles. If we go on the right hand side of the map, we have ROG, ROV versus BNR and BRH. So now for the outcomes. Oh, I forgot to mention, and IL has free runic claim over here. Let's go over the past 2 runic fights we've had. Over here in the BTR versus IME, IMD, the first runic fight, BTR really showed up in numbers. They had a decent strategy. I feel IM was prepared, but also facing new and stronger opponents. They came in slightly underprepared, but they were mainly just there to have fun. So in the first round of runic, BTR under their alliance named Soju won. So the first runic, BTR won. Second runic, however, IME and IMD changed their strategy, and as a result, that allowed IME and IMD to win against BTR. And just so you know, BTR is a 16 billion power alliance. IME, IMD, they're both around like 9 billion. And it's really impressive for younger servers like server 205 to go up against servers who are like server 15. We'll now move on to the matchup over here. Over here, we have and ROV versus BNR and BRH. Now, I really have to give props to ROG and BRH. They put up an amazing fight, but overall, it seems that ROG and ROV had more activity and more numbers compared to BNR and BRH. And so, for both runics, ROG and ROV have won the runic fights. Now, for IL and let's see. IL and EDS so far, it's just been like chill. They're just been chilling, getting points, and so there's not really much to talk about. But the more points, the more rewards, so everyone's happy. Now, let's talk about the behemoths. So for the behemoth hunters, the first behemoth that we've had so far was the giant bear. And in the giant bear, EDS got first purification, followed by IME and BNR. And because EDS got first purification in for their elite raid, EDS got the bear frame. And so it's no surprise they're a really big alliance, very coordinated, and huge congratulations to them. So based on this, it took them around 2 minutes to get this regular bear elite. Now, if we move on to the frost giant, this is where it gets interesting. So for first purification, EDS, BNR, IME. Those are 1, 2, 3. So EDS was set to be able to, so essentially all the 9 UTC ones, all of those are big contenders to capture the Frost Giant Elite. Now, when Frost Giant Elite started, everyone started rushing in to do their attempt in Frost Giant Elite. And here's the catch. IME got first place. So if you look at the first purification time, so it was 13 UTC 07, right? And IME got it first. And if you look at the gap between the first and the second and the third, followed by the fourth and fifth, oh my gosh, this story is very telling because IME got it in the first attempt. ROG, I believe, got it in their second attempt. EDS, either third or fourth, and similar with BNR, third or fourth. And I wasn't staying around for BTR, but BTR took, I wouldn't say that many attempts, around 3 or 4 attempts, but it just took them very long to like refresh and put all their troops outside the layer and start the raid. And I believe there was also one time where someone hit the frost giant and everyone had to walk out. So yeah, and surprisingly, if we go into Alliance and Behemoths, I feel IME somewhat got a new record. I'm not too sure. I believe most top alliances got Frost Giant Elite at 5:30, 5:20, but we were able to capture it in 5 minutes and 5 seconds, which is very impressive for our alliance. And quickly, let's go over the strongest lord. Oh my gosh. I'm sure you guys are excited to hear about the strongest lord. We are in the biggest KVK server, and obviously, there are a lot of big whales. And with big whales comes a lot of competition. So, just to give you a brief insight on what's happening, let's go to the armament rankings. Now, just for rewards, right? Until like the bottom part of Magret gold heads is at rank 25. If we look at rank 25, in order to get Magret gold heads in the first place, you need to push 62 million points. Okay? And there's so many different people who pushed multiple millions of points. Okay? This is just insane. So like look at this. Everyone like competed just to everyone was so close in here. 25 for the 62 million points. Now if we keep going up around 20, we hit 66 million. 15, this is where the big jump is from 66. Suddenly in 15, we have 89 million. And it doesn't just end there. At 10th place, that's where we, or 11th place, that's where we hit 10, 11, 12, 100 million mark. That is 1 million T5 troops. And oh my gosh, EDS, BNR, just massive whales. But that's not just all. The biggest whales of them all are BTR, BNR. Those two alliances. If you can see, BNR, YNIX push 291 million points. That's 2.9 million T5 troops. There's also NEAT, Coco Bear, IMRA, Ali, just to name a few. Shout out to IMD Magic One, the only IM here, with 128 million points. But it's just insane how much you're required to compete for a chance to get 200 gold heads. So why Nix and Neat? They really made a big difference. That just insane power gap compared to the third place. And yeah, that's about it. I don't really want to talk about Zone 2 matchups anytime soon. We don't really know how it's going to go, but stay tuned for future updates. And yeah, thank you, Meowers, for giving me this opportunity to cover this KVK matchup. And I'll see you guys in the next.
If you enjoyed this video, click here to watch the next video. Oh, meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.